The obsession rival fans have with Florian Wirtz is absolutely insane. Insane. You think, okay, international break, club football isn't on. Let's just chill, watch the game, see how the players are doing. That is not the case. The amount of people that was literally scrutinizing every small detail Wirtz did on the pitch the other day, it just took me by surprise. So I'll be getting into all of that. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe and the like as well. And also, I have enabled super chats for some reason. You know, some really nice people have been saying they wanted to give me some. So I've turned that on if you do wish to. I'm very thankful if you do. I'm very thankful if you don't. But let's get straight into it. This Everton fan, I didn't know Everton fans could speak to Liverpool fans, but anyway, they were like, when Wirtz slips over, I'll be waiting. When Wirtz misses a pass, I'll be waiting. When Wirtz misses a tackle, I'll be waiting. When Wirtz misses a sitter, I'll be waiting. Hate is a long-term investment. The guy hasn't even been formally announced as a Liverpool player. The bid hasn't even been formally accepted. But just look how people are acting. That just goes to show how good of a player Wirtz is, but how much people really care about Liverpool. They're so focused on Liverpool that they're having to literally sit down, watch international football with a notepad and pen. I literally saw somebody with a notepad and a pen watching Wirtz's performance and writing down every small little mistake he does on the football pitch. I could never watch football like that. I'm sorry. I could never watch a football game and be like, let me just tick off every wrong thing this player does just because I want to prove and show an agenda that I have against them. It wasn't even just that. This Nottingham Forest fan, so it's not even just Arsenal, United, Chelsea, the usual suspects, Forest and Everton fans. This Forest fan says, sending all my prayers to hope Wirtz flops. That's incredible, you know, to pray on a downfall of somebody. I think that is, it goes beyond too far. I mean, you could not like him, but literally preying on his downfall is one hell of a way to go about things. It really genuinely is, you know. I've got massive respect for Wirtz. I think it's a phenomenal signing, and the obsession about him is quite ridiculous. And this was quite funny, to be honest. This we'll now start talking about the goal and obviously the performance later on, but this person was like, Wirtz Hatewatch failed, switching off a TV. The gif was somebody switching off their TV. And that's how rival fans felt. As soon as Wirtz scored, they were switching off their TV. You should have seen the commotion. It was hilarious, to be honest. It's karma for scrutinizing a player and he still scores. I'm not saying Wirtz played phenomenally well, but he played well. He showed what he's all about, you know, even if it wasn't the best impact. But you got to look at the players in and around him, and he was still able to contribute, which is absolutely insane. But let's have a look at the goal. Really nice. Great header. And it's about the rotation as well. How he moves into the central position is why I think he can have a future off the left. He can play centre forward and he can play 10. He's showcased 3 attributes of a player who can play across the front line. The pass, the knowledge of when to pass and how to find a pass, that's a number 10 thing. The position he started off with, that's a left wing thing. The position he scored from, that's a centre forward thing. This is a really supremely talented player, and I'm just really happy that he was able to show bits of his quality there against a really star-studded sort of Portugal side. Just look at the players they've got in there compared to Germany. It was quite a start in terms of how big the gap was apart from Wirtz. But let's get into Nassim's reaction to the Wirtz goal. It was quite hilarious, you know, as always, quite obsessed with Liverpool.
Out of every human being playing football tonight, it had to be the Scouse Liverpool new man, Wirtz. Wirtz. Florian Wirtz. Scoring against Portugal in a semi-final. He should have been sent off. That tackle against Bruno, Captain Magnifico Fernandes, Wirtz should be sent off. Red card.
I mean, it just shows how much quality Wirtz has. They were even calling for a red card. I saw it. I don't think it's the red card. I think Bernardo and Bruno are just wind-up merchants, really. That's just the way they play. That's how the Premier League is. And it was good to see him get a taste of that. I think he put himself about really well and was really sort of strong. I feel like something about him is he's deceptively strong and he wants to be involved in the duels, you know. And that's what you want to see from a player coming to a physical league like the Premier League. He can put himself about, really strong in contact, really good in the duels. And I mean, you know, look at the way they're acting. Out of every single play, it was have to be Florian Wirtz. You could tell the frustration and the anger that it was him to get on the score sheet and score for Germany. Although they didn't get through, I think Wirtz certainly rattled enough people. And it wasn't just Nassim. Naeem, sorry, I keep saying Naseem. Naeem. It wasn't just him. Another United fan had to put out a whole video talking about Florian Wirtz and how he's overrated. Just have a listen.
So can we all agree now that he's not good? Like, he's honky. Like, Florian Wirtz is not a £150 million player. I'm so sorry. But that price is completely different to the player. As what I've seen tonight, apart from the goal he scored, it was just non-existent. This man had Wirtz like that the whole game. Like, the difference between Fernandes and Wirtz could not have been more clearer. That's a number 10.
I hate people that judge players off of one game in a game that he didn't even play that bad in. If anything, that game showed he's a 150 million player because he was able to still contribute with a goal and assist if he wasn't contributing in any other way. Say that was it. That can win you a game. That can win you 3 points. Just scoring that goal, that 1 ounce of quality. If that's all Wirtz did, which he didn't, he did more, that's enough. In one of his not his best games, he still scores. That's unreal. And to show Bruno Fernandes as he's got Wirtz like that, I think just shows where United fans' priorities is. You know, they got to focus on their own squad. Yeah, they're making nice signing. Cunha and Buemo seems to be coming through. Gyökeres as well, slowly doing their thing. But yeah, they're far off comparing players to other teams like Liverpool who are far superior, far more ahead. But they can't help it, to be honest. They really can't. Ever since Liverpool got the 20th title, United fans haven't known what to do. They've been lost. They don't know how to react. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to compare. So any nit-gritty small thing, the United fans are pouncing on it. You know, international football, a game which, in all honesty, you know, it can lead to a trophy. And for Ronaldo, obviously, that's going to be big for him. But for Wirtz, he's going to win many of these in the future, I feel like. International tournaments, I feel like Germany in the future will have a lot of quality to win them. They've got a nice young core coming through. But, you know, to judge him off of this game, it just goes to show where United fans are. And if we're looking at the performance, by the way, I don't like using rating apps, but it's still good. You know, 90 minutes, a goal, 2 shots on target, 61 touches, 76% pass accuracy. And I think the most important thing there, which really shows how good Wirtz is 8 out of 13 ground duels won. This is a player who doesn't mind putting himself about. He doesn't mind getting into a strong duel. He loves it, in fact. You want a player to be able to thrive in the duels, and Florian Wirtz is a player who can do that. He genuinely can. He can receive with the ball and the defender up against him. He can get away from it. He's good in the tight spaces. He wants responsibility. You could tell he was really trying to influence the game and get on the ball because he knew the quality in and around him wasn't the best. That, as a mental aspect of a player, should be enough to tell you that he's really, really good. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, peace.